and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, the stock markets have had a fantastic start to this week. In fact, if you talk about the Sensex, what a rally we've seen today. 786 points of a jump in today's trading session. The Sensex managed to end at 60,746. The Nifty also managed to end at over 18,000 levels, and that's after a long haul. But the big question is whether this momentum will sustain, whether it will carry on. Will we see record levels on the Nifty and the Sensex as we move along the last 2 months of this calendar year? Well, it's not just the secondary markets that are firing away. We're also seeing some positive action coming about in the primary market space as well. Yes, the Indian primary market seem to be firing up yet again after a 3-week break. We have seen that 4 IPOs are going to be opening for subscription one after the other. Now, these 4 IPOs belong to the diverse segments such as FMCG, healthcare, financial services, and even cables and wires segments. And cumulatively, the first 4 IPOs to hit this week are expected to raise somewhere around 4,500 crore rupees via the IPOs. Now, remember, the first one is Bengaluru-based DCX Systems. Then we also have cardiologist Dr. Naresh Trehan-promoted Global Health. Then Bikaji Foods International and also Fusion Microfinance. All of them will be opening for subscription this week. DCX Systems IPO, which is the first one to hit the street, it has already opened for subscription today with the price band of 197 to 207 rupees per equity share. Remember, DCX Systems plans to mop up about 500 crores through this public issue. DCX Systems IPO also comprises a fresh issue of equity shares worth 400 crores and an offer for sale of equity shares up to 100 crore rupees by promoters NCBG Holdings Inc. and also VNG Technologies. Now, as of 4 p.m. today, the issue has already been subscribed fully, in fact at 1.67 times. The non-institutional investors portion is also fully booked on the day one. Now, the company has successfully mobilized 225 crores via the anchor book on last Friday as well. Remember, the proceeds from the fresh issue will be used towards debt repayment and also funding of the working capital requirements and investments in the wholly owned subsidiary Renewal Advanced Systems to also fund its capital expenditure expenses and also general corporate purposes as well. Now, these shares will be allotted on November 7 to all those lucky investors of the IPO and also will be credited to the depository on November 10th. The scrips will be listed on the exchanges BSE and NSE on November 11th. Now, the next IPO that you should know about is Fusion Microfinance issue that will open on November 2nd and close on November 4th. Now, this company, remember, is backed by global private equity major Warburg Pincus. Also, it provides financial services to the underserved women across India to facilitate their access to greater economic opportunities. Also, ICICI Securities, CLSA India, JM Financial and IIFL Securities are the lead managers of this IPO. Now, the firm has set a price band of 350 rupees to 368 rupees per equity share and also aims to raise around 1100 crore rupees. Now, this issue consists of a fresh issue of 600 crores and the offer for sale of up to 500 crores as well. Now, those selling the shares in this OFS are Devesh Sachdev, Mini Sachdev, Honey Rose Investment Limited, Creation Investments, Fusion LLC, Wyco Credit, Ecumenical Development Cooperative Society UA and Global Financial Inclusion Fund as well. Remember, the net proceeds from the fresh issue will be used to augment the capital base of the microfinance firm. Now, apart from this, Global Health Limited, which operates and manages hospitals under the Medanta brand, and Lighthouse-funded Bikaji Foods International's IPO will together open on 3rd November and both of these issues will shut shop on 7th November. Both these firms' anchor bids will start on November 2nd and the issues will get listed on the exchanges on November 16. Now, first, let's talk about Global Health. Global Health has set a price band of 319 to 336 rupees per equity share and will raise around 2200 crore rupees. Also, the IPO consists of a fresh issue of 500 crores and an OFS of up to 50.76 million shares by the shareholders and promoters and 50.66 million by Anant Investments and 1 lakh shares by Sunil Sachdeva, jointly held by Subin Sachdeva as well. and the firm will list on the exchanges as discussed on November 16. Now let's talk about Bikaji Foods as well. The IPO will hit the street on November 3rd, and this company is the third largest ethnic snacks company in India with an international footprint as well, selling Indian snacks and sweets, and also is the second fastest growing company in the Indian organized snacks market. Remember, the IPO is a complete offer for sale, and therefore the certain promoters and shareholders will be offloading their shares via this IPO. The IPO price band has been fixed at 285 rupees to 300 rupees per equity share, and through this issue the company really looks to mop up a total of about 880 crore rupees at the higher end of the price band. Remember, certain shareholders of the Rajasthan-based company as well as promoters including Shiv Ratan Agarwal and Deepak Agarwal will be offloading around 2.94 crore shares through this OFS. Now, so far this year, remember, the IPO market has actually been quite bittersweet because of the extreme volatility that we've seen in the secondary markets. There was investor sentiments that have been quite chaotic amid the recessionary fears, the inflation concerns. There were escalated macroeconomic uncertainties as well. However, looks like the last 2 months of 2022 may change that as well, and investors may get many opportunities to invest in newer companies via the primary market space as well. And with that, I wrap up this edition of helping you really understand which are the new companies really opening up for subscription this week. Do stay tuned on to Business Today TV for a whole lot more information on stock markets and business news right up next on your screens.